Please join me in welcoming to the podium the New York State Comptroller, Tom DiNapoli.
Good evening, everyone. You are looking very fine from where I'm standing. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you, Dr. Lee, for that generous introduction. It really is my great privilege to be here to offer congratulations, some brief remarks, to be part of your hooding ceremony. It really is just an exciting evening, and I know how thrilled the administration and the faculty and the staff are to be celebrating your great success. I certainly want to acknowledge your great president, Carol Mason. Isn't she something else? Give her a round of applause. She's one of the best in our CUNY system. You're fortunate to have her great leadership, and she certainly has a great team. To Dean Bornstein as well, again to Dr. Lee, and I have to do a mention to someone who I had the privilege to serve with in the State Assembly, a member of your faculty and director of one of your programs. I had a great time in Albany for many years with Dan Feldman. It's always great to be with my friend Dan Feldman. And certainly, I want to acknowledge all of the members of the administration, the faculty, and the staff here at John Jay College of Criminal Justice who do such a wonderful job as part of this very prestigious institution, which is a very important part of our exceptional and our acclaimed CUNY system. Let me also give a special shout out to those of you who are getting special recognition, the award winners. Well done. Congratulations on the extra honors that you're receiving this evening. And as the president said, I also want to give a shout out to every parent, family member, friend in the audience who joined you today. These are the men and women, special people in your lives who've mentored you, supported you, helped you reach this very important milestone, this very impressive moment in your life's journey. And this celebration really does belong to them as well. So how about if we give a big round of applause to everyone who's helped you along the way to get here. Now, certainly to our graduates, you are all making a profound statement today. Attaining a master's degree from John Jay College is not only a very big deal, it's a testament to your great perseverance and your big dreams. This day is the result of a tremendous amount of hard work, determination, and commitment. I know that each and every one of you has your own unique story, an obstacle you had to overcome, a challenge you had to meet in order to make it here today. How many of you had to balance work and school while you're doing your studies? Oh, I see a lot of hands there, right? A lot of hands there. How many of you are parents yourselves? A lot of hands there as well. How many of you are the first in your family to graduate from college, let alone attain a master's degree? Wow, all right? Wow, that's a big one. Another round of applause for our graduates here this evening. That says a lot right there. Like many of you, my parents wanted nothing more than for me to be the first in my family to have the chance to go to college. I was able to go to college, as you heard, Hofstra University out on Long Island, and I went full-time. But my master's degree, as you also heard, I did while I was working. I was in the private sector at the time, working in telecommunications, and got my master's degree in human resources management at the New School. So I know your pain and what you've been going through. And I know the relief you're feeling this evening. Whether you're bound for a career in forensic science, law, emergency management, social work, public administration, teaching, private security, forensic psychology, or corrections, or the other career paths that some of you are considering, each of you will serve a critical role in the safety, security, and well-being of our communities. I trust all of you know something about the namesake of this college, New York City native John Jay, one of the founding fathers of the United States, the first Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court, as well as the second governor of the state of New York. John Jay wrote in the Federalist Papers, "Among the many objects to which a wise and free people find it necessary to direct their attention, that of providing for their safety seems to be the first." What was true more than 230 years ago when those words were spoken is certainly true today. Safety and security still matter most, and so does justice. Throughout your time here at John Jay, you have benefited from the college's core mission of educating for justice. You have been prepared here to be ethical leaders and engaged citizens. Now more than ever, we need you to live up to those high standards. Can we count on you to do that? I think so, right? How about a stronger yes? Yes, okay. As someone who has spent more than 4 decades in elective office, I believe that there are no more important qualities than ethics and honesty. Every scandal involving a public official, whether elected or appointed, or someone who's managing public money at a nonprofit, shakes the people's confidence. People not only lose faith in those serving in office, but in the institution of government itself. That's why in my role as controller, I've been keenly focused on fighting public corruption, working with our state's Attorney General, and we have a great new Attorney General in Tish James, working with law enforcement and prosecutors across our state to hold public officials accountable who violate the public trust. Just to give you an example of our work, those partnerships over the past few years have resulted in 190 arrests and getting back more than $54 million in restitution. So my point is that while I know from experience that most who enter public service uphold the public's trust with honesty and integrity, and in fact are good people, I also recognize, and we all have to recognize, that there will be bad actors. The trick is for you, do not look the other way when you see something that's wrong. Whatever your career path, if you witness corruption or unethical behavior, do something. No matter where you end up, whether at a public sector agency or a private company, here in the United States or abroad, always step up for what is right and what is just. As the next generation of criminal justice professionals, I urge you to uphold the highest ideals, even when, especially when, it means walking alone. And wherever you find yourself in the months and years ahead, I urge you to strive not just to do what's right and just, but also what is compassionate and kind. We need only to turn on the news or scan social media to understand that now more than ever, we need do-gooders. When you see something wrong, raise your hand. When you are a witness to dishonesty, cruelty, or discrimination, don't look the other way. Speak out, raise your voice. And whenever you have a chance to extend yourself to help someone else, don't turn away. Lean in. Doing good will not only strengthen the community around you, it will fortify you as well. Also be flexible. I've got news for you, in case you haven't figured this out already. Whatever you think you'll be doing 10 or 20 years from now, you're probably wrong. We don't know what path life is going to take us. The world you wake up to tomorrow isn't the same world you'll be living in 6 months, let alone 6 years. You can count on that. Change will happen to you, around you, in spite of you. Welcome every change, every new challenge. Step up. Don't be afraid to take a chance. One of my heroes, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, once said, "All of us might wish at times that we lived in a more tranquil world, but we don't. And if our times are difficult and perplexing, so are they challenging and filled with opportunity." The times we live in today are certainly difficult and perplexing, but the world is also still filled with great opportunity. If you live by and fight for your ideals and the core values of justice taught to you here at John Jay, if you strive to do what's right and you are kind and compassionate, if you remain engaged and flexible in the face of the profound changes that are sure to come your way, I know you will not only find personal success and fulfillment, you will help to create a safer, better world for us all. Good luck, congratulations, and best wishes with your life's journey.